Worms are going down. It takes about 20 minutes for the worms to go down. As they're going down, then you can start taking from the top and bringing it over. You see already they're going down, down, down. Start taking from the top and bringing it over. See? You don't see the worms. Start taking from the top, okay? Now I'm down to worms. I wait a little bit. They're going to go right on down. But you see, I didn't wait 20 minutes either. So they're going to continue to go down. And I will continue to bring everything over here. Whatever is left here at the bottom, I will put back over into my top tray so that my top tray will get plenty of worms in and that they can really get to eating it again. Then, after I have done that and have gotten all the way down there to the bottom, I have all of my castings over here. Now always remember, never take all of the castings away from your worms. I always equate that worms are like little babies. You know, a little baby, newly born, needs to have a little blanket wrapped around it so that it feels safe, feels comfortable. If you take all the castings away from a worm, they become stressed. And you do not want to have a stressed worm because that puts them underneath too much problems. All right? Now, whenever I bring all of my castings over here, I end up and I take newspaper and I just lay it over and I don't do anything with it for another 30 days. The reason why? The worms, whenever they lay their eggs and the eggs go into the cocoons, it takes 21 days for the cocoons to hatch out. And if I want to maximize my worms, I put them over here for 30 days and then I go through the same procedure of heaping this up, making it like a pyramid, putting it underneath a light and letting it so that I have all of my worms out of it. That's the way I maximize my worms. And that way you can get friends started. and this is just really, really neat. When you have done a tray like this, you have gotten about this amount of castings. You have gotten about 10 pounds of castings. And once you really get into the routine of doing this, you will have about 10 pounds of castings per month. Because each month you will be taking off another tray. Each month you will have another tray that you can be using for your garden. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't use this right away. I'm only saying if you want to maximize your worms. Now, I would like to go back to the tea. You know that you can take your tea and you can recycle it. And the tea is actually the washing of the worm. You know, the worm can wiggle away from their castings if they choose to, but they can't wiggle away from their urine because that is like attached to them. But whenever you pour a cup of water over there or 2 cups of water over it, you are giving them a shower. And that coming through is the washing of the worm. And that is very, very nutritional for your plants. And it is awesome as far as using it as an insecticide and a fungicide. What you do as far as your tea is concerned is if it comes through one time and you decide to recycle it and you put it back through again, then whenever it comes through, it has been recycled one time. If you recycle it another time, each time that you pour it back through, you can make a dilution. At the farm, we recycle ours about 40 times, and we have a 50-to-1 ratio, or 1/3 of a cup to a gallon. But with this, if you go through one time, you can use it straight. If you put it through twice, you can go a 2-to-1. 3 times, a 3-to-1. That just kind of gives you an idea. However, it will not burn your plants if you use it straight, no matter how strong it gets, because it's all organic. I'm going to cut. Okay, there's one other point that I do want to make. You know, you do not have to, you're a homeowner, a homemaker, you do not have to have all of these meters like we have at the farm and so on. Your nose can tell you if the pH balance is off because the bin, your can of worms will begin to have an odor. If it begins to have an odor, then you place your volcanic rock in there, or you place your non-hydrated lime, because that is telling you that the pH balance is off. I'm just real excited that you are thinking about, or that you have purchased a can of worms, and that you are going to start with helping to relieve our landfills. It is frightening to us to see what is happening to our environment. We have children, we have grandchildren. What are we leaving to them as a legacy? I would like to help to clean up the mess that we have helped to create, and I would like to leave a legacy of let's keep our environment clean, and let's utilize what we have been given, and let's do things naturally. Thank you.